This is perfect. All right, everybody. So the cops showed up. Okay. Here's the cops. This is gonna go on YouTube. All right. Yeah, I got you. Hey, spit some of that bigotry, man. Spit some of that, you know, LGBT bigotry that you guys were spitting a minute ago. Guess what the sign dude it's in because it's on city property outside there, okay? If we have to go, yeah, we have to. You can't touch it. No, you can't. It's not your property past city ordinance, dude. No, you.
We checked already. We checked.
Dude. We checked the city line.
We did research before coming here. We did our homework.
Right, if this is your property, we'll get off. But anything beyond your property, we'll put that sign back up, dude. You can't stop it.
Officer.
Hey, go to the county appraisal district, boss.
Officer, I know you're a smart man, but don't let him fool you if he shows you some fake paperwork.
These guys are, this is a cult, man.
This is a cult. You can research it.
David E. Taylor.
First he said it was his land, and then he changed it and said it was his dad's land.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's you and your dad. Now you're changing it again. Oh, come on, man. Stop lying to the officer. You can't do that. You can't lie to the officers here in America, man.
Yeah, Mr. Thompson. Hey, we checked with the county appraisal district before it came down, man. So we got some of the cult members right here sitting in the car. They're talking to the police, probably filling with a bunch of bullshit. It's what they're good at. Calling his daddy. Calling Daddy Taylor, right? Calling Daddy David, right? You got to call Daddy David and get everything okay with him, right? Before you talk to people.
Lord Pender in the house.
Lord Pender in the hizzy.
Yeah.
What's that? I go by the county appraisal district, dude. Whoever owns it at that point, that's what I go by.
Alright, so somebody coming with the paperwork. So we just gonna wait till they come. Like I say, y'all just stay right here for now. But like I say, if that paperwork show that they the owners of this property, y'all gonna have to
Absolutely.
move.
No, we will. We'll respect that.
Yeah. But I want to see the county line, the county appraisal lines. Updated lease records from the county appraisal district, not just something that he has.
So, like I say,
it's got to be an official document.
Let me see what paperwork they have and everything.
I'm not going to go by.
I need to start from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not going to go by some.com. I'd rather see the county appraisal district. That's where it should come from. If whoever owns this, it'll stay there. Last time we checked, it was sitting on commercial property. Now it's just a couple weeks ago. So if it changed hands within that time, it hasn't been updated on the county appraisal.
So like I said, let me just see what they bring.
Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, bosses, no, this is a cult, though, dude. These guys are a cult, man. This is a cult. They might say it's a church.
I mean, they just look suspicious. Look at them. A bunch of guys in the car with masks on. I mean, this is not a school, man.
They're claiming it's a college, sir. They're claiming it's a college campus.
We have families. We have things to do. We're not here because we're bored. We know.
Is your camera on, too?
Yeah, my camera.
Okay, good. Hey, everybody from Harris County, right here at 14380, this is a religious sex cult, and they're trafficking humans here, okay? This is real. Name of my channel, David E. Taylor, Full Frontal Exposure 2.0. These guys all know who I am here. They know exactly what's going on. They're laundering money inside this building, everybody.
And the news might be coming too, maybe. We already spoke to them.
There's 70 or 80 people in this building, and you have about 5 or 6 cars there. Yeah. Hey, boss, if you try to get in there, I guarantee you won't be able to get in there. Yeah. Yeah, the Amazon truck. Hey, you guys, I think that Amazon truck needs to go. Hey, officer. That Amazon truck needs to go. Y'all blocking her. You guys are good at fucking up everybody's day, man. Fucking up everybody's life, too.
Well, what happened? The walk of shame, huh? Where are you guys going?
No, the Amazon person's got to go, dude. They've been sitting there for the last 20 fucking minutes. No, of course not. You guys smile for the camera, sweetheart. Got a car full of booty bandits right here. You guys are fake. You guys know what you're doing here is fucking fucked up to people. Got a car full of booty bandits out to do his dirty work for him. Speak up for me. Ma'am, be careful here. This is a religious sex cult.
This is Buick, now. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR on these 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
They'll try to manipulate you. That's why you can't get in here. They don't want people seeing what's going on inside here. Is that you back there, Davey, you little bitch? Is that David back there? Nah, you guys got him locked up somewhere in the fucking bathroom, wrapped up in maxi pads, don't you? Maxi pad Moses. Speak up so the camera can hear you. Let the world know what you guys really are inside here. Speak up so everybody can hear. Please, speak up.
Hey, David, if you're on the phone, we're
Speak
here.
up, please.
We're here, David.
Yes, you guys are in a cult. Why you guys gotta sit in the car? What are you so scared of? Gonna back up in your little cult prison here? What are you guys so scared of? This is good for us. The cops came out. It's exactly what we wanted for the cops to show up. Now they have to write a report that they were here at 14. Yeah, bring it attention to yourself. That's a really good idea.
You guys did us a favor.
Did us a favor. Thank you for that. Sorry about that shit. If you get it now, the cops are gonna be mad. Uh-oh. He's not gonna feed us for a whole week. This is what everybody wants here. You want the cops to show up? Guess what? Not good. Not good for everybody. We figured out your bullshit. You guys are scared of us. Yes, you are, because we're smarter than you. We figured out your bullshit ass scam, and there's nothing you can do about it. Does the IRS know? The IRS knows about you guys. You remember reports we filed today? Probably about 500. 500 IRS reports. Let them know that you're a fraud investor, that you're a fraud organization. Hey, my man, this is fraud right here, bro.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm too worried about this.
What are you worried about us doing here?
Huh?
What are you worried about doing? What are you worried about?
We're doing something good here. We're doing something good.
We have a property.
What are you worried about us doing here? Are you worried about tearing up the grass?
We have a property.
Okay, what are you worried about us doing here? Just that it's private property?
How did you know we were here?
We're called. How did you know we were here?
We know that you guys are here.
Because the cold call, well, this is perfect. Guess what? Now that Harris County is involved, this is going to make it 10 times better for our movement, man.
How do you guys know each other?
Yeah, how do you guys know each other then? Are you part of the cult? Are you part of the cult, sir? He's part of the cult.
This lane has nothing to do with the number. They know you and they know your number.
Yeah, they know you and they know your number. How funny. How ironic. until this is done.
I'm thinking until they leave the house, right?
We have to kick rock. And I think that's where we go ahead and kind of get it kicked off tonight, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Full Frontal Investigation. I will be your host. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And tonight what we're going to talk about is, been getting a lot of questions about this shitbag, the Mahesh Express connection. Everybody, who the fuck is Mahesh, Rich? All right. Go for about an hour, all right? Let's start a few minutes early, but we're going to go for about just an hour.
Call is from a federal prison.
This call is from a federal prison. I don't have the records here with me right now, okay? But there is a fuck ton of records, all right, leading back to Mahesh Express. That's what I call him, okay? Mahesh Express. Because Mahesh Express, the day of the raid, that fucker showed up before the cops did. Okay? Oh, that feels so good. That breeze feels really nice. Okay. So, he shows up before the cops. Well, we did a little bit of work. We found his information with the license plate. That was easy. So we found out who he was by his tag. All right. That was easy. Found out he hadn't been paying his insurance and shit, but eventually he paid for it. Got it all taken care of. All right. Now, the day Mahesh came on to the board, being what we were doing, this wasn't a game, right? The day that Mahesh stepped onto the board, he brought himself into the channel. He's like, oh, I don't do YouTube. I was like, motherfucker, you're about to be on YouTube. It's cool. Don't even trip. We got you, Mahesh. You don't do YouTube? Well, here, let me help you. Right? So this shithead shows up, Mahesh. Right? Now, Mahesh, Lotus in. That's on Telephone Road. All right. It's a shithole. It's a fucking shithole, this place, okay? This place is an absolute fucking shithole dump. Is that it? 11450? Yeah, that's it. All right. This place is a fucking dump. It's dirty. Yes, I believe that's it. I believe that one's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, YouTube will do you. So yeah, this is the Lotus Inn. I believe that's the right one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the only one that I know about. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's it right there. 3510. This is the one. Okay, 3510. That's the wrong one. My bad. Okay, wrong one. Bam. All right. Okay. Here's the one for Yelp. 3510. Okay, 3510. That's where it's at. 3510. Telephone Road. Hood Classic Motel, close to everything if walking, riding a bike, or taking the bus. One-stop shop, as real as it gets. Toilet did clog. Let's see. Let's take a peek here. That's 2017. A mirrored wall by the bed. Hey, bed bug free, everybody. Nah, there were some comments out there about him having bed bugs and shit, but I think he scrubbed those. All right, but anyways, this hotel is known for prostitution, okay? And you guys want to know who owns it? This fucking piece of shit right here, Mahesh. Deansy's brother-in-law, okay? So Mahesh owns it. He shows up that day. We're like, who the fuck is this guy? And you hear us question him on the spot. We're like, hey, what are you doing here? How do you know these guys? He's like, I don't know these guys, but you fucking sure as shit showed up pretty goddamn quick, didn't you? He showed up before the police did that day. That's what put him in our sight. Him being all fucking buddy-buddy with the cult and shit. You know? We're like, there's something here with these guys. So that's how Mahesh came into the operation. Then we started, he owns a series of prostitution hotels. Now, this is my theory. Okay. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. But this is just a theory. I think somehow David and Mahesh were moving women between the two locations, or maybe multiple locations around Houston, maybe around Texas, maybe multiple states. There was definitely something going on, though, with these two shitheads, because birds of a feather flock together, right? There was definitely something very sinister going on with this asshole and David. Michelle was the one that put them in contact. I don't know how Michelle knows Mahesh. I don't know. Yeah, Big Mike made the initial contact is what my source told me. Yes. Yes. Michelle made the initial contact. Yo, Britt Billings, how you doing, man? Michelle was the one that did the initial contact with Maheshi Expressi. Yeah. 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 So, the fact that fucking shithead showed up, you know, quicker than the cops did, that was a red fucking flag right from the get-go. No, we just started. We're maybe 5 minutes in, Dallas. We're maybe 5 minutes in. We're just kind of going over the dynamics of Mahesh, why he was on our scope, how he showed up, why he showed up. This shithead, this guy right here, I think ultimately, like, this guy put a fucking fire under the government. Like, we better go get these guys. Exactly. He doesn't know him, but hey, we have his phone number. I don't know these guys, but they have my fucking phone number listed not in the contacts. You get it, they have it in a note somewhere. And that's, I swear to God, I bet when they open these phones up, they're gonna find Mahesh's shit. They're gonna find an entire fucking shitstorm of criminal activity with Mahesh. That's just what I think. That's my theory. That is a theory of mine that I have. I think somehow David and Mahesh were in business together with the women. I don't know how, but that's just what I think. That's the only theory I could, like, my gut comes up with is just, fuck, what else would these two idiots be doing together than more fucking criminal activity, right? This hotel was a big red flag, man, for everybody, for every single one of us. We're like, why the fuck? That was the ultimate question. What church has moved their people into a hotel and set up shop and run a fucking call center? It was a money grinder, a full-on money grinder. Mahesh, pretty sure there's going to be some transaction somewhere with this shithead. Lavelle, the guards won't even have to do it. The inmates will just fucking tell them, give me your fucking paperwork. Hey, Soups, how you doing? No, the guards won't do. The guards won't have to, dude. The inmates will just tell them, give me your fucking paperwork. What's in your paper? It's not. Hey, Lavelle, when you get up to like Fed pen and shit like that, no, it's not about like, hey, what's in your paper? It's like, give me your papers. What's in them? Because prisoners will not associate with fuckers and creeps like David. Okay? It's not about let me see it. It's like, give me your paperwork. And it's not going to be some fucking pushover like Joseph. It's going to be some fucking 6'8" fucking white power motherfucker, man. Like fucking some fucking Nazi or some shit. Let me see your paperwork. Exactly. Mahesh, big red flag. Exactly. Big red flag. Mahesh shows up. We're like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? We're like, this fucking guy. And all we needed, right here, license plate. That was it, man. That's all we needed to find his fucking information. Simple. Then we did what we did. Uncle Jake did his magic. I did mine on this end. There's a few people who did some other work too. And this guy and his family are tied up in an entire fucking scheme, man. This family is dirty. Physically, financially, morally. Like these people are corrupt as fuck. Uncle Jake, what up, Uncle Jake?
G'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, good old Mahesh Expressi. He's in on it somehow. He fucked up showing up, and I don't know why the cult members would think it was a good idea to call this idiot and be like, hey, can you come tell these guys to get off the property? Like, we were going to just fucking brush off when the dude came. We're like, fuck no, where's the paperwork, dude? Prove it's your property. We checked. Last time we checked, it wasn't yours. Who's the owners? There's no sign say private property. Why was he... And we called it right here. We called it like, we're like, hey, dude, what are you doing here? And how did you get here so fast? Does the IRS know? The IRS knows about you guys. You remember the most we filed today? Probably got 500. 500 IRS reports. Letting them know that you're a fraud investment, that you're a fraud organization. Hey, my man, this is fraud right here, bro.
I didn't agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about this.
What are you worried about us doing here?
Huh?
What are you worried about doing? What are you worried about?
Because
We're doing something good here. We're doing something good.
we have a property.
Britt Billings, I know they will. Yeah, but I talked to the owner prior to the hotel that when it was Eagles Fly In, right? Because that was the name of it, Britt. Yeah. Yeah. That makes you a hooker, Kim. Kim's all, does this make me a hooker since I'm crocheting while I'm listening to this? She's all, do I get a 2-for-1 discount here, everybody? Kim's like, do I get a 2-for-1 here? She's on Mahesh, do I get a 2-for-1? What the fuck? I'm a hooker. I'm crocheting while I'm listening to this. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, exactly. Right, Matthew? Yeah, and the goons will get him. They don't play with fucking religion in jail. They're like, what the fuck ever? You ain't no apostle. He's going to try to flex. I swear he ain't flexing that shit in jail. He knows he'll just get mopped up. So, yeah. Britt, the original owner, like it was a nice guy. Yeah, the original owner. Yeah, the original owner. Yeah, well, Mahesh built it. He sold it to Eagle. I don't remember the owner's name, and I probably wouldn't give it even if I did, just to protect his privacy. But I did talk to him. I was actually able to get a hold of him through the realtors, right? Called him up. Very nice man. And you know what he told me, Britt? That it was a money pit. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. That's all you needed to tell me. Have a nice day, sir. I appreciate the call. I was like, okay. That makes sense. You're telling me it's a money pit? I was like, thank you. That when those words came out of his mouth, it was like, ding, 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 ding. David bought it. It's a money pit. Every house that David's bought is a fucking money pit. Every single house is a money pit. Takes an extreme large amount of money to maintain. Upkeep, you got HOA fees, dues, you got fucking taxes. Exactly, because it's a money pit. Exactly. Mahesh built it originally. Mahesh, the Lakshmi fucking LLC or some shit. Yep, because it's a money pit. I don't know how much they paid for it, but David Money Pit, yeah. He took the words right out of my mouth, Britt. Said money pit. I was like, that makes sense. I was like, this guy owns a lot of money pits, actually. So that guy was real nice, and that was the only conversation I ever had with him. Very nice guy. Very nice. He's a very nice man. And he had a financial reason to get out of it. He's like, fuck, dude, that place wasn't making us any money. He didn't say it like that. He was like, it wasn't making us money, man. It just wasn't. We were dumping more money in than we were making out of it. And he was like, we were using it for the attendants, the airport attendants that were on long flights and stuff, that they would come and stay here. But he was like, it just wasn't turning a profit. It's not in a very good part of town. It's just north of Greens Point in Houston. Okay, it's not in the greatest part. It is a high prostitution area. Okay, high crime area. Which all makes sense why Fuckboy showed up here and dropped a hotel right in the middle of it. He's like, hey, I can fucking tear tricks out of this hotel. Put it right here. These are literal modern day brothels. What some of these people set up. Like the fucking Yum Yum Chinese fucking foot massage parlors. Those are fucking set up. Those are fucking set up for sex trafficking. Those are fucking institutions for trafficking, man. Exactly. again, why would the cult call Mahesh that day when he was two owners removed from the property? Yeah. And I don't even think Mahesh, and you know what? Come to think of it, Kevin, they actually never showed us any legit paperwork. They just said they had paperwork, but I was like, they never showed it to us. I had questions too. I thought about that afterwards. I was like, they technically never showed us the paperwork. But we still left just because they're like, well, they have the paperwork. But if Mahesh wasn't the owner, like we would, the owner of the property, like if it was his dad and his dad wasn't there, well, his dad could tell us to get off on the phone. He's like, he has to leave. So, but yeah, this shithead showed up. And this for shits and giggles. Let's take a peek here. Oh, excuse me. Where's the other one? 450. This one. Okay. 3510. Okay. Okay. February 2026. And you can't call, by the way, either. You can't call. Let's see. Yeah, there's some other reviews too that talk about all the action that happens at night. It's like once like 9 or 10 o'clock hits, it's like it's hourly rates. Oh yeah, yeah.
In November, live in the newsroom.
I remember federal agents raided properties in 3 states, all linked to Kingdom of God Global Church. Prosecutors say that raid uncovered evidence that led to charges against the church's leader, Pastor David Taylor, and 2 other church officials, Kathleen Klein and then Michelle Brannon.
And Brannon is now out on bond as she waits for trial. And today, her attorney was back in court asking a judge to change the conditions of that bond, including where she can live and whether she can raise money online. Noelle Friel has the latest from court, as we're also hearing for the first time from Taylor's followers.
When federal agents raided this Florida property belonging to Kingdom of God Global Church back in August, prosecutors say Executive Director Michelle Brannon was living in her own lavishly furnished suite with 2 walk-in closets and an in-suite bathroom. Now, as she's out on bond awaiting trial, her attorney says she's struggling to afford a place to live.
Do we give a fuck about Michelle struggling? Anybody? Michelle, this is the world's smallest violin playing for your dumb ass. Y'all want to hear that again?
Lavishly furnished suite with 2 walk-in closets and an in-suite bathroom. Now, as she's out on bond awaiting trial, her attorney says she's struggling to afford a place to live.
You know, Noelle Friel, she looks like the type to burn your fucking house down if you've pissed her off. Just saying. She looks like she'd be like fun to hang out with. But like if you pissed her off, she'd burn your house down.
At a hearing Thursday, Brannon's attorney asked a judge if she could start a GoFundMe to help pay for living expenses and attorney's fees.
We want justice! We want it now!
Her attorney also asked if Brannon could be allowed to live with a church official, described as her longtime caretaker, if she agreed to cut ties with the organization.
Kia fucked it all up right here.
That official, Kia Jones, spoke with Local 4 at a rally outside the federal courthouse Saturday, where dozens of Taylor's supporters gathered to speak out against his arrest.
They have criminalized our church to make it look like we're a criminal organization, and we are a Christian church that glorifies God every day. They try to call us victims in the news. They try to say that they were rescuing us, but they put guns to our faces and they treated us like fugitives.
Holy. Jones told Local 4 she's been with the church for more than a decade. She's one of Taylor's many longtime followers who insist all church members are volunteers who are free to come and go at all times.
We're volunteer missionaries. We're not victims, and no one is forced to be here. I'm not forced to be here. We're here out of our own free will to serve God, to stand with our pastor, and to preach the gospel and to glorify Jesus.
And the judge denied the request to allow Jones to live with Brannon. As for the GoFundMe, the judge is considering it as long as there are no anonymous donations and pretrial services can monitor who is donating to it. Taylor, Brannon, and Klein are all set to go to trial in November. Live in the newsroom, Noelle Friel, Local 4.
All right. Thank you, Noelle.
Jury deliberations continue.
It's a good day today. Denied. Said nope. Denied. I'm sure fucking Sarah Cohen went in there, showed the judge the videos. Showed the judge the videos and said, Your Honor, Miss Key is still very much associated with the organization. Michelle's to have no contact with this organization while this trial is commencing, Your Honor. Judge said, yeah, denied. Did it to yourself, Kia. Now, I think this is where Michelle will start breaking bond and shit like that. She's going to fuck off, and I think Michelle's going to try and fuck it off. Always, Forrest. Yeah, you want to call in? Drop me a text. I'll bring you in, bro. Mm-hmm. Always, Forrest Films. Yeah. Anytime we're live, man, the phone line's always open, man. And then during business hours, too, okay? Business hours, too. Drop me a text, man. I'll bring you right in. Here, let me drop the number in real quick. I love when people call in, man, because we get everybody's different point of view. It's good, man. Makes for good conversation, too, man. There's a number. Yeah, the same very judge they've been calling racist. Yeah, Kiazal, this judge is a racist, and he's just, they're trying to, they're persecuting him because he's religious and because of his beliefs in God, and it's like, no, the judge is like, no, it has nothing to do with that. Do you think Kia and Joseph? Yeah, I think Joseph and Kia Michelle's getting money somehow, for sure. Well, she's struggling, but who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if Michelle struggles? Look at what she made everybody do all their life, fucking struggle. And we're supposed to be like, oh, poor Michelle. No, fuck that. Fuck that. No. Michelle's all, can I have some sympathy? Anybody got any give a fucks around here? Because you know what? I haven't given any fucks for a long time. I'm just a real piece of shit. I don't even fucking care about my own family. Got you, Force Films. All right, cool. I'm gonna bring you on in, man. All right, area code 972. That's where it's coming from, bro. You there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Got you.
This call is from a federal prison.
Yeah.
It's from a federal prison.
What's happening? Rich, Forest Films here.
Nice.
Been following your channel for a bit now, and I think like a lot of people, I stumbled across depositions, got absolutely obsessed and fascinated with it, and I'm like, what? Who is this guy? Why do people follow him? Why has he not been thrown in prison already? And this whole universe, and then of course your videos started popping up on YouTube, and I got hooked, and it seems like you've got a really good community going on here. So yeah, long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate you, man.
This call is from a federal prison.
All right, I got a couple questions and a few thoughts.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Take it away.
Handle them.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. First of all, with all of these new revelations, and not just speculation, right, but David, his own journal writings, right? His own scribings of everything that he's done.
Yes.
Why are the cult not respecting or even entertaining the possibility that these are confessions, right? These are confessions. Why can't they see it? Do they just not believe that it is actually from his phone? Because his attorneys have acknowledged that they're from his phone.
Yep.
So what's the disconnect between them having these cold hard facts and deciding not to believe them, or just simply turning a blind eye to them and completely overlooking them?
I had this conversation earlier with I can't remember who was on the phone with earlier, man, but I have a lot of conversations, and I think this is this is their way of not a defense mechanism, but this is their denial, like to turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
Really. These people have been indoctrinated
Yeah.
heavily, man.
Yeah, it's all it's like once the Kool-Aid reaches a certain level, it just shuts off your brain, right? It shuts off your critical thinking.
Yep.
It shuts off, it's like sunk cost fallacy and, all of that kind of thing. Like, and if you have put words to some kind of, ideological position publicly, you're way more likely to double down on it despite being confronted with facts, right?
Yes.
At least that's what I've learned from. I love human behavior. I'm a human behavior. I don't know. I wouldn't call myself a researcher, but I'm always paying attention. I have since I was a kid. And I just find it interesting why people do what they do. And I just love, I love books about it. I'm not in that world professionally, but I do find it interesting. And it seems like there are these commonly, you take Waco, you take, JMMI, you take any one of, even Mother God, right? That's one of my favorites.
Oh,
too,
oh,
Rich.
love
I
is
love
one.
that.
Mother has rested.
Yeah.
She is at rest.
Yeah. Yeah. David is resting, right?
David is at rest
now.
He is at rest.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like all of these, and dude, that video you posted this morning, the current cult member, who is just monologuing. It's so fucking sad, right? To hear someone sound so beaten down, right? People don't just sound like that.
No.
Most people don't sound like that. I mean, people have bad days. I get it. But I feel like it's just a slice of the pie of her whole life and how she talks. And so I was like, gosh, man, they know how to pick a vulnerable person out from a crowd and to love bomb them, bring them in, right? So it's like if you've got mommy and daddy issues, they're gonna exploit that, right? And they're gonna make you feel loved, and they're gonna make you feel like they're some kind of version of what you never had growing up, right? So it makes you feel safe, and then they just sort of close the net around you over time, and you're willing to accept it because it's like, oh, it's like an animal, right? Oh, by the way, May, I'm sorry you lost your dog. I lost mine last month, and it's the hardest thing.
Bro, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Dude, it's like nobody can understand your bond with your animal, right? It's like, oh, sorry to hear about your dog. But it's like, yeah, but you don't get it. This is my little buddy. Like we hiked hundreds of miles together, and like I don't want to go camping by myself anymore without him. And
it is, I don't want to give any names out, but one of our other community members lost a dog, and I don't want to give their name out because it's a source.
Yeah.
And I just want to kind of remember, like we do, like that's what I always say. Like these people will never know what it's like to have that type of like unconditional love from an animal. They don't know it. They would never know what it's like, and that's they don't. And that's the thing. I always say you have to be deserving of a dog's love. That's what I always say. You have to be deserving of it. And these people aren't deserving of a dog. I know some shit about Michelle, and she's a fucked up person. I wish I could fucking dump Michelle. Really could. Wish I could dump her on the side of a fucking road. Fucking cunt.
I don't know that any animal shelters would even take her in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. So like back to Michelle, right? Like I hear you saying a lot that like she was the brains of the organization, and they weren't even making money until she came along.
Yes.
Right. So
yes.
She was a real weapon.
Yes.
For the cult.
Yes.
And I've been saying this to some friends of mine. I'm like, man, so like in other kind of scandals like this, where they're trying to put pressure on the guy at the top, right? Whether that's a political leader or some like mafia kingpin or whatever, they start with the small folk, make them slip until it flips all the way up to the top, right? Until the guys at the top have no one left. It seems like they've done the exact opposite here, which has been a really interesting case study to watch, right? They just went, Operation Midnight Fury.
Yeah, Forest Films, that's something we wanted to do here. This was a unique situation and we wanted to document it. That's why we went about it this way, right? Like, to see this happening in real time, and I blame this all on the fucking government still. The government fucked up. They dropped the ball big fucking time, and it will never happen again after this.
Yeah.
Ever.
I hope not, man, but we seem to forget our history pretty darn quick, but I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
I think it's this one's too out in the open, like it's in the media, especially with Epstein still going on and this going on. And I'm telling you guys, I swear to fucking God, all the shit we've been saying about Mahesh and all that fucking weird shit, that's all gonna come to light. This is a church. This guy was operating as a church and he was turning tricks out of it. Like we said he was. We knew.
I mean, you almost stand up and applaud the size of those balls, right? To run something that big behind the facade of the church.
Oh, exactly. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Like, you got to be stupid, which I'm going to lean on that side because I've heard enough of David's rantings and ravings.
Yes.
So I know he's and here's my my theory is that he is dyslexic, and that's no slam for anyone else who is, but when you hear the way he speaks, and he has been able to get away with this for so long with a cheeky smile and some charisma, right?
Yep.
But there's no real brains behind it. All he's got is he's resorted to a typical abuser, right? Which is to just berate, insult, yell at, and we've all overheard stuff like that in real life, and it's like, man, this person needs stopped. Unfortunately, it's like battered wife syndrome.
It is
with every one of the cult members. They've been beaten up too long, so it's like, don't hit me, don't leave me, kind of thing.
Yeah,
and don't take my food, don't leave me, don't hit me. So it's like, it's so many levels of messed up. And it's like the most dehumanizing thing I've heard about in recent times. Now, obviously,
can I ask you something real quick, bro?
Go ahead.
Where are you from?
Yeah, hit me. I'm from the UK, but I'm stateside now.
Okay, dude, you got the dopest accent, bro. Love it. That's sick. And you know what? That's cool because you're coming from a different part of the world, and like here you are, you're from the UK, right? This type of shit probably has never fucking happened in the UK, I'm guessing, right?
I wouldn't go that far, mate. I mean, I'm thinking that you live long enough in any society, and there's going to be some fucked up things that bubble to the surface, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's like, just because I haven't heard about it, doesn't mean it hasn't happened. And I would assume that it's happened way more than I'd like to think it's happened. I think that in the UK, it's a different kind of spiritual sort of temperature, right, than it is in America. Because like in the States, you go to church on every corner. Lots of people would say, oh yeah, I'm a Christian. And, which is, they're sort of nominally Christian. They're not maybe necessarily practicing, but they would still sort of identify as like, oh, well, mom and dad are Christians, so I must be too, right? That kind of thing.
Like one foot in, one foot out type deal.
Yeah, but enough of one foot in to be like, oh, this foot's wet enough. I guess I'm gonna call my whole body wet, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're two very different things. Like in the UK, it's not a commonly accepted thing, right? Because Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons have really kind of muddied the way. From as soon as you tell someone that you're a Christian, they think, oh, you're a Jehovah's Witness, oh, you're a Bible basher, oh, you're like someone I've seen on TV, right? Right? And so, yeah, so it's way more common. Like 9 out of 10 people in the UK, right? If you went up to them and said, are you a Christian? 9 out of 10 people are just going to say no, right? Just like you. Like you never pretend to be a Christian. You're pretty direct about it. You're a pretty direct dude. But yeah, in the UK, people are like, no, that's not my vibe. I have my own beliefs, but I'll keep them to myself. Thank you very much. Right? They're quite conservative and tight-lipped about what they believe. And why not? Right? I mean, and they're that way about politics too, right?
Yeah.
It's like in this country, there are a lot of outspoken people about politics. And in the UK, if you ask someone who you're voting for, people may not be as quick to tell you that they're voting for the Conservatives or the Labour Party because it's a private fucking ballot.
Yeah.
Right?
I've had people, if somebody comes up to you and asks you who you're voting for, ask them if they like anal sex. That's what you ask them. Seriously. If anybody ever asks who you're voting for, be like, do you like getting fucked in the ass? Like, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. I don't know, Rich. I feel like there might be a couple of questions before that one.
No. If people are going to ask me who I'm voting for, it's like, dude, do you like anal sex? That's a personal question, right? That's a private fucking question. You don't ask that shit.
Yeah, it's why they put curtains around the voting stations, right? And that's how it should be. Anyway, I'm getting off on a weird track, but yeah, you asked about the UK. Yeah, it's a really interesting thing to like compare this culture with the UK culture, and freedom of speech is way more curtailed over there now, and increasingly so.
Really?
So yeah, it's yeah.
What was that your reason for leaving? What did you leave the UK for, if you don't mind us? If you don't mind us asking.
Yeah. Originally it was for a girl, but we don't talk about her anymore.
Cool.
So,
right on. Okay. Cool.
It didn't work out.
That's all right.
Shall we say?
That's all right, man.
Yeah. But I had a few thoughts as well about David.
Go ahead, man. Take it, bro.
Like I had this thought the other day about him, where he okay, so in the Bible, right, it says love keeps no record of wrongs, right?
Nope.
What did David do with everything he wrote down? He kept a meticulous record of all of his wrongs.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, if the cult members could just like, okay, take the Bible and just do a simple one eye open side by side comparison to David, his behavior, the way that he speaks to people, and it's like, man,
it's night and day.
Like anyone,
it's night and day.
Yes, right. So what a mind job, right? It's like for all of his cult members to just blindly follow him and be like, oh, well, I mean, I was listening to the interview. What was it, 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Patrick.
Yep.
And he was talking about like when they got admonished by him and rebuked.
Yes.
They were like, Can you believe our luck? We just got rebuked by the apostle.
Yep.
And I was part of a church, right, that I left because I realized that I had to turn my brain off every time I walked into the front doors of the place.
Yeah.
And it's not that easy for everyone. And I'm not saying, look at me, I'm so, intellectually superior. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that the boiling of the frog, right? It's like you go into a place.
Turn it up slow. Or
even bit by bit. And before you know it, you're a Kool-Aid drinking.
Cult concubine.
Concubine, fact denying concubine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like we talk about cults, right? But there are church cults, yeah, and then there are other like maybe more benign cults, like Trader Joe's, for instance. It's like you've got I love Trader Joe's, but there are some people that are like face painting, flag flying, tailgating. Trader Joe's people. And same with like multi-level marketing things and things like that. And I think it's like we all want to belong, right? You, me, everyone listening, we all have this desire to belong to some kind of community, and hopefully it's a good one.
That's a part of
right.
That is one of the basic human needs, is to belong.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. And the reason for that is that if we don't belong to something, historically, it's led to death, right? It's like, if I get kicked out of the tribe, well, I don't have food anymore, and I don't have protection anymore, and ultimately, and that can lead to death. And that's what our bodies are telling us, even though it's not relevant anymore. It's like there are no lions chasing us anymore. Well, hopefully, most of us, unless you're the Tiger King guy. What was his name? But I think that's Remember that dude?
Yeah.
But again, all right. Okay, let's take Tiger King and put him, in a train, on a seat next to David. The two of them are not all that dissimilar, right? You've got David, who is just this, like, you would never, right? If you washed up on a desert island, and you washed up on a desert island with a Bible, right, and that's it, and some clothes, whatever, but and that's the only thing you got to read. Okay, if you read it cover to cover, you would never read that and go and start something that David did.
No,
right?
fuck no, you wouldn't.
Just like, right? Yeah, and so many other weird sort of like mangled up like denominations that are high control environments, right? It's like no one reads the Bible just with no pre-programming and come out and say, all right, I'm going to go knock doors for the Jehovah's Witnesses now.
Yeah.
Like you don't come to that conclusion. There has to be a lot of human manipulation and intervention before you can actually, let's take a really sharp left here instead of going straight forward. Yeah. And it's like, well, really? Do we really want to take a sharp left? Straight ahead looks just fine. Looks like there's a bridge out over there.
And Forest Films, the cult is popping in and out right now listening.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, listen, cult members. If you think that this community just exists to deride you and make fun of you and be entertained by you, you're absolutely wrong. That's absolutely what is not happening here with Rich and his channel. First of all, Rich cares more about you than David ever did because he showed up and tried to raise the alarm because people were being mistreated. Rich has never wanted the best for all of you guys and to get out and be safe. And I think I speak accurately on that, Rich.
Yeah. We've never said, hey, don't believe in God, right? Have we ever said, hey, don't believe in God? Never once have we said that. Be like, hey, check the guy in the fucking pulpit that's teaching you this shit, man. He's a fuck up.
Right.
That's all I've ever said. Hey, check your leader. Check your leader.
Yeah.
You can believe in God, but
you know the story of the Emperor's New Clothes, right? I think it's Hans Christian Andersen. It's like this emperor, basically wants to be he wants to be worshipped by the people of his land, right?
Yep.
So he goes to the finest clothes makers and says, make me something no one's ever worn before. And so they're like, okay, well, what if we go with this naked idea, but everyone will believe it. And so I really think that it happens way more than we like to think. And if we're not on our guard for it, we can all fall prey to it in one way or another, right? Whether, I'm not saying it has to be a church, but it could be like our circle of friends, right? Yeah. There might be one person who's really banging the drum loud about a particular issue that you don't particularly agree with, but just for the sake of keeping the peace, you go along with it, right? And then before you know it, you're starting to say the same things that they say, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time. But, Yeah, I think like cult members, and again, like to say cult members, that can sound a bit abrasive, right? Some people, it can sound a bit abrasive. And maybe the reason for that is to try and kind of break the spell for them a little bit.
Yes.
To shock them out of thinking that they're part of a church when in fact they're part of a cult.
It's a sex cult, though. That's the thing. This is a sex cult. It's not just a cult.
David.
Yeah, it's a sex cult. It is. David was having sex with all the women, but not only that, the members were having sex with each other.
Yeah.
So, like, if check it out, dude. I always say this.
Yeah.
If you slept with any of the women inside the cult, you also slept with David and probably a bunch of the other dudes. Catch my drift here? If y'all dipped your stick in one of these women, chances are David dipped his stick in there too.
I mean, it's not a far-fetched idea to think that you could like duck goose the whole crowd, and all of the ducks have had some kind of sexual relationship with David, and the fact that he's admitted it. And again, like in the chat the other day, we were talking about like, does he have a conscience, or is he just self-aware? And I think a lot of, sociopaths, psychopaths, they're quite aware of their own, I would say shortcomings, but I don't think that's an accurate word in context, right? Because it kind of implies that someone's generally trying to do good. If it's like, oh, I have my shortcomings,
and David,
I've got a whole list of my own.
Yeah, David wasn't trying to do good. He was clearly admitting that. Like, he knew he was fucked up, and he didn't even like. When you read through the whole document, right? There's not even a sign of sympathy.
No, he doesn't have there's an interesting verse in the Bible that says that like their consciences have been seared, right? Like a steak. So it's like some people started out with a conscience, and it sounds like that he may have had his heart in the right place way, way, way back when he first got started.
Yeah.
And then he got corrupted by the power, and then there was no road back for him at that point. He was just too far adrift from the shore to be able to make it back at that point, because he'd seared his conscience so many times with so many different people, and with the money and all of that, and it's an interesting thing where someone who starts, a lot of movies have a character like this, someone who started out with good intentions, that went whose life went south for whatever reason, right? Because I don't know if his siblings, what's interesting, right, is that you can have two kids grow up in the same house, have the same parenting, and one of them turns out okay, and the other one turns out to be a psychopath, right? And they haven't necessarily had a whole load of different experiences. There are just some people who are kind of genetically predisposed to go down a dark path. And
I believe that.
Saying that, I think I do too, Rich.
Yeah.
And I think it's like we've all got our hands on the steering wheel, right? And it's like yes, life is going to come at you, and you live long enough, life is going to batter you, and there are going to be unjust things that happen in your life, and there are going to be things you don't know how to explain, and there are going to be things that are like, wait, bad things shouldn't happen to good people. What the fuck has gone wrong here, right? And yet it's like, no, that's just the human experience.
Yep.
We all have to have some sweet and some bitter, and we've got to make lemonade as best as we can. But then there are some people who are like, you know what? Fuck the lemonade.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this to completely warp my character, take advantage of other people, take out my anger on vulnerable people.
Yep.
And
that's what he did, right,
and
bro?
I'm gonna,
by his own admission.
And he made a fortune in the process.
Yeah, and he made millions in the process. Oh yeah, he was also fucking everybody too. Not only did he abuse people, but he was also fucking the members, and he made millions in the process. Oh yeah, and he was prostituting them out to people.
Yeah, and he was denying the men who are part of his
cult
the ability to fall in love and have a romantic relationship with a woman and have families of their own, right? It's not just that he's a bit controlling. It was like, no, if you cross this guy, then he's going to kick your ass out, and suddenly you've burned all of your bridges, and so you've got no one to go to except maybe your parents if they're still alive, and And you might be looking for a place to stay tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And who wants to go through that, right? So you can see why those, the Maslow's pyramid.
Yep.
Right. It's like you threaten that and say, well, it'd be a shame if you were to flirt with one of my concubines because, gosh, it's a scary world out there, especially when you've been here for 4 years.
Uncle Jake,
and you don't know anything about the outside world anymore. What?
Uncle Jake says something funny. Where was Satan banned to by God? Earth. Read whatever Bible you want. It's why bad things happen.
Right. Yeah. It's not a good start.
Yeah. No, and you're right. Like the way David did this, like you brought up that good point. Like he made a lot of money doing this.
Yeah. He doesn't have any of that money anymore. And you think about what he's been reduced to now, Rich. It's like he has now gone from being the abuser to potentially being the abused, right?
Forced films.
And all of the things.
I always think about that fall from grace. Like a man at his status for that long. I love talking about this. Oh man. For it to all just be stripped out from underneath him in the fucking blink of an eye. Like that, bam, gone.
Yeah. I mean, you think about how many times he said, God's going to get you, right? God's going to get you, Rich, you pussy.
Yep.
And so many other people who's like, God's going to get you.
Yeah.
And exactly what he said would happen to everyone else has happened to him. God got him. If you believe in God, if you believe in, the Bible, it doesn't talk about karma, but it talks about the law of sowing and reaping, which I believe in because I've put seeds in the ground before and watered them. So I know that works. And so I do believe that there is a certain element of whoever it's like what Jesus said, right? When he said, like, with the same manner you judge other people, you're going to be judged.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And so it's like, you think about the way, how judgmental he was. I mean, he was...
Imagine him in jail. Imagine what the prison population is thinking of that piece of shit.
Yeah, because he withheld food, right? David is no longer going to be eating king crab's legs and, whatever other, luxurious foods he was eating. He's now been reduced to eating the same level of food that he gave to his staff.
Exactly.
When they didn't make him enough money on a given day. That's him now. That's his life now. I mean, you could not script this.
I know, right?
Any better than how it's turned out.
You couldn't. No, it's like everything David did. Guess what? It's coming back to him 5 fucking fold now. He's eating shitty, cold ass fucking jail food 3 times a fucking day. He's in a confined living space. He's got to live with a bunch of fucking people, right? It's loud, it's noisy, it's uncomfortable. He's under complete control of the government now.
Dude, it has flipped almost overnight for him. I mean, no, literally overnight. Since he got that morning wake up call from the FBI, he hasn't had his freedom since then. He hasn't been out on bail.
Nope.
And so, yeah. And you think about this too, Rich. Right? The way that he dominated his, the men who couldn't have a relationship or look at a woman twice.
Yep.
Or anything like that.
Yep.
Think about that. Think about the domination that he's probably going through, right? That he's subject to now with the person who's in charge at the jail, right? Amongst the inmates. And so it's like, I mean, I don't know if the irony is lost on him or not. I hope it's not, but I also think that he's too far gone now to be able to think clearly or logically. And
I'm with you.
But yeah, I mean, the whole thing, you couldn't script it any better. And it is tragic on one hand, right? Because a lot of people have been hurt by this guy. And I'm sure that you would rather not have had to make content like this, right? Because it means that people have been hurt and people have been, had their lives upended and
but we didn't know about all this serious shit till later. We were just looking in on the money at first. Right? Yeah. And it's like down the rabbit hole, we were like, okay, tax fraud. All right, let's see what he's doing. Well, we started noticing more and more shit. We're like, whoa, wait a second here. What's going on? We started seeing him wrapped up in court cases, fucking over fucking over contractors, lawyers. We're like, okay, what's really going on here? Then COVID came. He went into hiding. We seen him act like a complete asshole on stage. And he got sick.
Yeah.
I pulled his credit report, found out he got sick while he's out there saying he could heal people and shit. You know, there's a lot of issues why we took this on. I think everybody's kind of got their own gripe with it, just as I do. You know?
Yeah.
I think everybody here saw something wrong. Well, I mean, Rick Fraser, we always say, Rick putting that deposition out, like Cliff said, it exposed David to the world. We picked up, Rick did the initial fucking, hey, bomb, put it on the internet and see what happens. Well, look where we're at now, fucking what, 10 years later to the mark almost?
Dude, he made a stupid bet with thinking that he could take on Rick Fraser like that, because I was listening. I don't know how many times I've listened to those depositions, but I always hear something new every time I listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
And the other night I was listening to it, and it's the one where I don't know. Okay, that legend, whoever that attorney is, who is just mercilessly grilling him for hour after hour and making him
Colleen
in his seat. Yeah, dude, I'd love to see a picture of what that legend looks like, because I've never seen a picture of her. But
she looks like she would be somebody that's like your grandma, bro. Like, picture your grandma.
Yeah. Yeah, someone who's lived long enough to who's seen it all, who can smell a rat, you know, a mile away, and then turn the screws on them when they've got nowhere to run, right? It's like, how many lights do you see, right? So she just put them through this interrogation that's world class.
Even some of our sources have said, who are like, I'll just say they're like, dude, that guy went in there as a witness and walked out looking like a fucking criminal to us. We're like, hey, yeah, same us here too. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Dude, Rick Fraser must not have been able to believe his luck, right? Best $10,000 he's ever spent, no doubt. And also, seeing what's happened since, he must be like, I flicked the first fucking domino on this whole thing.
Yeah, he did.
You know, at least
he did.
publicly.
He did. Yes, he did.
Right?
And we always thank you for that. Thanks, Rick.
Yeah. Yeah, and so when I was listening to the deposition the other day, I was hearing her put David on the spot about his prophecy about the Super Bowl and the Broncos winning the Super Bowl, right? And I mean, she would not let that go. Like, I think it was about maybe 10, 15 minutes that she wouldn't let it go. And she's like, well, what do you mean this? What do you mean that? And then also, I noticed the other day, because I was listening on my headphones, that Rick Fraser starts playing the actual clip.
Yeah, he does.
Of David Taylor. He starts playing the actual clip of him doing that. I mean, talk about, like, that was so humiliating.
And it was well played too, right? It was played at the perfect time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, the whole thing, she put on a clinic. And I don't know how much, you know, Rick Fraser had to do with the way that those proceedings went exactly.
Yeah.
But probably not very much, you know, to be honest. He had an axe to grind, and who can blame him?
And you know what we always say, this is all over?
Yeah.
You know what this whole deal is over?
What?
10%. $100,000.
Dude, which is the tithe. That's the biblical tithe, which is another layer of irony to this whole thing as well.
Because
right?
Rick asked, Rick asked for David to give Debbie back 10% out of the $1 million that he took from her.
And he wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it.
He's like, I wish we could, but we just don't have the funds to do that.
No,
You've got
no.
funds for plenty of other dumb stuff.
No, it wasn't like that. No.
What?
I talked to Rick Fraser about this whole thing, man. He told me the day that he decided to sue him. He's like, I go into court, right? Because I had talked to Rick Fraser. He's a really nice guy, you guys. And he didn't abuse his kids, by the way, okay? But he's like, I go into court that day, and I don't know who he was with, but he was like sitting there, and I walk over to him, and he's like, his assistant, like, has said, oh, that's Debbie Fraser's wife right there. And he's like, he looks over at me. We exchange pleasantries. I'm Rick, and he's like, I'm David. And he's like, I sit down next to him, and we start talking, and he was like, look, I get it. You're a Christian. You're a pastor. I respect that. I understand that. I'm a Christian man myself. I get that. I'm all about it, right? I'm with that life. And it was like, but that money, Debbie, can you at least just give her back 100,000, 10%, just so she can at least have something to get her life started, right? And he's like, can you do the Christian thing and do that? And David flat out told him, don't be ridiculous. She's not getting it back. Don't be ridiculous. That's what he told him.
Don't be ridiculous. She's what?
She's not getting the money
She's
back.
not getting it back?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And his excuse was like, I wish we had the, he's trying to make it sound like, oh, if I'd have only known, I would have never let her give $1 million.
That's all bullshit.
Like the most money.
That's all bullshit. No, fuck that. And here's the other thing. What's fucked up too is I think I might know where some of the money could be coming from too right now is Debbie Frazier. Because Debbie Frazier
is legal.
Well, no. Debbie Frazier's got money coming from somewhere. I know she does for a fact. I'm not going to say from where, but
Maybe
yeah.
she's old money or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be older money. Yes, exactly. Yep. It'll be old money. Yeah, no, it's like inheritance. It'll be like an inheritance, bro. It will.
Yeah. Some people have all of that, don't they?
I just got a letter in the mail today saying I'm getting a little inheritance. I was like, oh, cool. Right on. Not much.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah, it's not much. It's not like
you know what? You've earned it. You've earned it. All right. You've been working hard on this for no pay, just as your civic duty to the world, and
I think that's why some of us took it that way too. Like, this is a civic duty, right? Like, because the government doesn't just go out and audit churches. Like, we the people, right? It's like dude, you should see some of the emails I sent to the IRS and to the feds. They were less than pleasant. Because I was expressing like, how the fuck are you guys letting this bullshit happen? What the fuck are you guys doing? I get it. We have elections, but this guy's running this operation and you're letting it fucking slide right now. I was like, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I was like,
Well,
you guys have all these resources. Get off your fucking asses and do your job. That's bullshit.
They probably hate seeing any communication from you. They're like, oh no, this fucking guy again. It's like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So, but that's the good thing, right? It's like sometimes it takes one person to be loud and obnoxious about a real issue for long enough, and they're like, okay, fine, what, right?
But this
and then they take action on it.
This is a real issue, though. This is just one church that we know about. How many more are doing this?
I don't know, mate, but if there are more out there, I'm sure you'll find them.
I think we will too, man.
This might just be the first chapter in a, like, who could have seen this direction coming for your life, right? What a trajectory you've been on. You probably never started out. I mean, I want to know this. What was the first, and then I got to go, but what was the first, sorry, I have an alarm going off on my phone. Hold on. Apparently I have 1 minute remaining. But what was the first time, what was the moment that you decided to take action and to take, I mean this figuratively, but like to take arms against the sea of troubles, right? Like to decide, like, what was the moment that tipped you that you're like, I can't sit by anymore, I've got to do something about this?
It was a lot of things, man. As I still try to figure out, I don't think it was any one thing. Some of the shit I heard him say online. Dude got in a deposition, tried to sell his fucking religion when he was under oath. Him saying he didn't know who the fuck was on his taxes. And I think I compared that to the struggle I saw a lot of my neighbors going through, my friends, family, financial struggles. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? That's not fair to everybody else. This guy doesn't know who's on his taxes, but everybody here in this fucking room right now in this community, if we missed a fucking decimal point on our taxes, they'd come take our goddamn house from us. How is that fair?
Right.
That is not a fair society to me. That's fucked up. Like, the church doing this shit? No, I took high offense to that. I was like, fuck that. What's going on? The deeper we dug, I heard him talk some weird shit online one time. I'm like, okay, I don't know what the driving force was behind it. I don't. I think the fact that these people have been doing this for fucking years and getting away with it, and we're in an era of information where we can find everything out if we just do the research real fast, but nobody seems to do it, man.
Yeah. And you know, the fact that he didn't know who was born, you know, he didn't have a board, obviously.
No.
And that, you know, that was clear. But I was listening to the deposition, you know, the other night, and she was like, "Okay, so who's on your board?" He's like, "Well,
It changes.
I don't know."
It changes.
Right? Yeah. It's like, okay, so what process does someone have to go through in order to make it to the board? And he's just like, he's making it up as he goes along, and he thinks he sounds smart as he's doing it, and anyone with 2 brain cells be like, this guy's full of shit. Like, obviously this guy is full of it. Like, it doesn't take a genius, like, to you know, in human behavior to realize, hold on a sec, this guy is not telling the truth. In fact, I don't think he's told the truth yet. And maybe the only thing he's told the truth about is his name. And who knows if that's really his name? You know, I know it is, but well, yeah. So
the one thing, the one thing he told the truth about was in his phones is how he's beating all his staff. But he went out and blatantly lied to the public about a lot of things. And I think that's the other thing, right? You asked, like, what made me get involved? How can a pastor stand up there and blatantly fucking lie to the public? Like, that should be fucking straight up fucking illegal. And there's so many things we can point out to the government about him getting up there on stage and lying to the public about in order to gain donations for his fucking criminal acts. What the fuck?
Right. Okay. Here's another theory. All right. This one might take a psychologist to unpack.
Yep.
But do you think that there was a certain element of him deliberately, unconsciously, like putting a hole in his own boat by you know, keeping these confessions in such detail? Because, I mean, do you think that was a subconscious way of him to get out of this, what he called his dark lifestyle? Do you think that he kind of did that without realizing it, but kind of realized it? What do you think?
Dude, that's a good fucking question. I don't know. I look back at what serial killers do. They always kept trophies. I think David's phones, all the shit he had, like, that was a digital trophy for him. When I look at it, all the notes, because, like, you take that note, you could go back and look at that note and you could relive that fucking moment in your head and get off on it. Right.
Interesting.
I think David legit. And even Cliff said after the deposition, David thought he was untouchable, so he did dumb shit. Yep, like Britt said, he's like sociopath. Looks back and gets off on his own deception. Yeah, gets off on fucking people over. All the naked pictures. Like, David's got a fucking spank bank for fucking years. Like, I'm sure David remembers every fucking photo and video in his phone. Swear to God, because he was probably looking through it so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about what they say about people that commit arson, right?
Yep.
The people that burn a building down. Usually one of the first people to come back through that area the next day is the
arsonist
person who did it.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
To look at their work.
That's why the investigators are always keeping a close eye on who's driving by in a situation like that. But listen, my friend, thanks so much for taking the call.
Oh man,
Keep on with the good work.
It's great. Are you gonna stay here in America, or are you gonna go back to the UK?
Oh mate, I've been here like 24 years now, so
okay.
It's pretty much home to me now at this point. But somehow I never lost my accent, and I think that's because I never wanted to. I mean, I talk to my parents, and my mom tells me how American I sound, so I can't win there anyway.
It comes out sometimes, but you're more UK than anything, bro. And it is, dude. Great conversation. Really, bro. Great.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it too, mate. And hello to everyone in the chat. You know, you see what people type, right?
Yeah.
But you don't really know what people are like. You can just think something completely different. So it's like, I'm sure they're all really great people, and it's good to be part of this community. So thanks for having me, and maybe I'll call in again in the future.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks, Forest Films. Have a good night, bro.
All right, you too.
All right, cheers, mate. Bye. Oh, that was fucking rad, dude. That's so rad. Fuck, man. I love hearing like a UK accent, dude. They're fucking like, it's like a fucking person from the UK could straight up cuss you out and it would be like the most just like, he'd be like, oh, that felt so nice. So warm. I know, you still have your accent. That's so rad, bro. Fuck, it is. It's so calming to hear a voice like that. It really is. That's like some ASMR shit, bro. I was like, I can go to sleep right now. That Force Films, you trying to put me to sleep? Trying to put me to sleep, Force Films? For real, man. That's like some ASMR shit. For real. Glad you came on, man. Yeah, I don't want people to feel like scared to call in, man. And whether you support the channel or not, you don't like what we're doing here, hey, that's fine. We didn't like what David was doing. That's why we talked about it. But the cult has never come back and used my content against me. Oh, maybe once or twice. Maybe once or twice, but yeah, Force Films had a lot of good points too, man. That was, and I'm with you too, like the psychology behind this, right? That's the one thing we talk about here is the human psyche behind this. It's interesting, right? Even when there's evidence mounting, these people are still, we're still going to follow him. We're still going to follow him. Even with like, I always tell the cult members why when the news comes, these news agencies should start asking them about what they see in the court transcripts. Like, hey, this guy's saying he was actually abusing you guys. That's all public record now. I don't feel sorry for David. 30 years of suffering. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for him either. Just like Force Film said, like imagine David going from that position of power to being completely controlled by power. Like what David did, I don't give a fuck about his fall from grace. I don't. He deserved every fucking inch that he fell from. Michelle too. The fact that she's getting denied. The court really should deny her a GoFundMe. The court really should fucking deny her a GoFundMe. The court should order her to get a fucking job. That's what the court should do. Get a fucking job. How about you get off your ass, all right? Own the fucking shit you did and go look for a fucking job that will hire you. What's so fucking hard about that? That's kind of something I'm with the court. Why isn't the judge saying, Miss Brennan, I want you to go start looking for a job. How about that? Okay, I'm ordering you to start looking for a job. Yeah, you're under indictment, but you can at least make an effort to try to make some fucking money for yourself instead of having everybody else fucking do it for you. How about stop being a freeloader and get off your fucking ass and get a job or something? Yeah, no GoFundMe. No. So everybody can fucking fund her case for her? Fuck her. No GoFundMe. Get a fucking job. No GoFundMe. So what? Everybody can give her money? And hey, they're going to post that shit up if they allow her. And I guarantee we're going to fucking watch it. If we start seeing a lot of donations, big ones, going to be a problem. Okay? I've already talked to people about it offline. Hey, if they give her that GoFundMe, we start seeing big donations, it's a problem. Fuck the GoFundMe. The judge should tell her no. Get a fucking job. Go work at McDonald's. So what? You're a felon. You have to put it on your record now. You're under felony indictment. Yeah, you have to put that on your record, Michelle. Welcome to fucking life. All right? Welcome. That's what happens when you commit crimes and you commit felonies, Michelle, especially behind the fucking church. You're going to try to act like the little victim here? No, you're not. Michelle's starting to realize how fucked she is, I think, in all this. Hey, Joe Friday, how you doing, man? Hey, what up, Noah Winslow? Noah. Hey, check this out. I'll go ahead and play this for just for shits and giggles, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I was only going to go for an hour, and we're kind of shooting over, and we know how that all works. Noah.
The federal courthouse Saturday.
Leader Pastor David. Back in August, you might remember, federal agents raided properties in 3 states, all linked to Kingdom of God Global Church. Prosecutors say that raid uncovered evidence that led to charges against the church's leader, Pastor David Taylor, and 2 other church officials, Kathleen Klein and then Michelle Brannon.
And Brannon is now out on bond as she waits for trial. And today, her attorney was back in court asking a judge to change the conditions of that bond, including where she can live and whether she can raise money online. Noelle Friel has the latest from court, as we're also hearing for the first time from Taylor's followers.
When federal agents raided this Florida property belonging to Kingdom of God Global Church back in August, prosecutors say Executive Director Michelle Brannon was living in her own lavishly furnished suite with 2 walk-in closets and an in-suite bathroom. Now, as she's out on bond awaiting trial, her attorney says she's struggling to afford a place to live.
At a hearing Thursday, Brannon's attorney asked a judge if she could start a GoFundMe to help pay for living expenses and attorney's fees.
We want justice. We want it now.
Her attorney also asked if Brannon could be allowed to live with a church official, described as her longtime caretaker, if she agreed to cut ties with the organization. That official, Kia Jones, spoke with Local 4 at a rally outside the federal courthouse Saturday, where dozens of Taylor's supporters gathered to speak out against his arrest.
They have criminalized our church to make it look like we're a criminal organization, and we are a Christian church that glorifies God every day. But they put guns to our faces and they treated us like fugitives.
Jones told Local 4 she's been with the church for more than a decade. She's one of Taylor's many longtime followers who insist all church members are volunteers who are free to come and go at all times.
We're volunteer missionaries. We're not victims, and no one is forced to be here. I'm not forced to be here. We're here out of our own free will to serve God, to stand with our pastor, and to preach the gospel and to glorify Jesus.
And the judge denied the request to allow Jones to live with Brannon. As for the GoFundMe, the judge is considering it as long as there are no anonymous donations, and pretrial services can monitor who is donating to it. Taylor, Brannon, and Klein are all set to go to trial in November. Live in the newsroom, Noelle Friel, Local 4.
All right. Thank you, Noelle.
There you go, Noah. That's kind of what we was talking about tonight, man. Well, that too, and Mahesh Express. Yeah, you're a criminal organization just being around like a whore pit. Exactly. Exactly. David was running a little fucking... Look at Keisha. I've never done anything wrong. I'm just so fucking perfect. Oh, I'm trying to think if there's letters that we can write to GoFundMe, letting them know, do not let her set up a GoFundMe. She is a fucking fraud, and they are under fucking federal investigation for fucking wire crimes. Yeah. Nah. We should write the court. No. No. We should write letters. We should write letters. Let me find out who we could write some letters to. Telling them, no, she doesn't deserve a GoFundMe. We could do that. The judge takes those letters serious. You guys do realize that, right? The judge reads those letters and they take those serious. They take those as like witness impact statements. I know, fucking Joseph the fucking weasel. I hope he goes to jail. He's gonna get, these 2 shitheads are gonna get indicted. They're gonna get indicted. They're up there doing all the news stations for. They're like, hey, fuck, go get those 2 shitheads. Yeah. Yep. Human Barty rebel. These 2 shitheads are gonna get indicted, man. They will get indicted, these 2 idiots. Oh, we're just being wrongfully persecuted. No, you're not, Joseph. Joseph, we know you were beating people. We know you were putting your hands on people. Nope, it got moved. It got moved because more people got indicted. More people got indicted. Yep. No, I think I'm going to... Soups, it's okay. No, Soups, it's all right. Soups, it's okay. Don't even trip. I got you. Don't even sweat it, Soups. I got this. No, don't even sweat it. No, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. This is too easy, Soups. It's too easy. It's too easy. No, this is too easy, Soups. Don't even sweat it. Take a breath. It's cool. It's all right. We got you. Don't even sweat it. We'll just write a few letters. That's all we got to do. Just write a couple letters, man. That's it. Write a nice couple letters to the judge and remind him, yeah, it's okay. I got you. Don't even trip. We're with you, Soups. We're with you. Now, it pisses us off too. No, fuck her. Why should she get a GoFundMe? Fuck that bitch. She fucked over everybody. No, make that bitch get a fucking job and start fucking supporting. Give her another free fucking ride. Like, talk about enabling the fucking behavior, right? Right, Soups? We're on the same level. No, I'm with you. Talk about enabling the same fucking behavior they just fucking arrested her for. Seriously. Like, this is where I question, like, the judicial system sometimes. Where's the fucking common sense? Like, the judge should have said flat out, no, you figure it out. Get a job. You will not get a GoFundMe and continue to do the same thing that we just arrested you guys for, which was solicit money from people. We should all write a letter. You know what? We'll all write a letter. Give us a couple days to figure out where we write those and get them addressed to. And I'll see if we need to email them or if we need to snail mail them, okay? If that's the case, we'll go about it. We'll write the letters and we'll all explain our concern about why Michelle shouldn't get a GoFundMe. I'm with it. She shouldn't get a GoFundMe. Fuck that. No. Exactly. She does not know how to live without other people's money. Exactly. Well, she needs to fucking learn, okay? She's 50 something years old? She doesn't know how to live with other people's money? No, I'm with this one. No, I'm with you guys on this one. Fuck that. We should write a letter. Tell her, no, fuck that. Don't give it to her. So are we to believe that Joseph is a volunteer? I believe he called himself that. I don't think Joseph's a volunteer. Joseph's getting paid. Joseph gets paid. Yep. Now let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. I'll draft up a letter. Y'all draft up your own letters and stuff. And I'll put we'll find out where we got to send them, okay? Remember, you guys remember, we pay these judges, okay? We don't have to be there in court, but we can definitely write in as concerned fucking taxpayers, be like, Your Honor, no, she doesn't deserve it. This is why. This is why she doesn't deserve it. That's all we have to explain. I will. I'll check on Soups after the stream. Yeah, and I'm going to end it right there, guys. Soups, I'm going to call you in a bit, okay? And check on you. That's it. But we'll get this, guys. Don't even sweat it. Don't even sweat it. We're going to not. They're going to be like, Michelle's like, how come I didn't get a GoFundMe? Miss Brandon, get a job. Might all, yeah. Hey, Michelle. He's all, hey, Michelle, go fuck yourself. He's all, get a job, okay? He's all, Michelle, go get a fucking job. He's all, you fucking lazy cow. He's all, go get a fucking job. Might all, David, you're a piece of shit. Might as well look at my fucking manliness. Might as well, I have a better hairline than David. Might as well, hey, David, I bet you wish you had a hairline like mine. Might as well, he's like, hey, okay, I like to live in the country. He's like, hey, okay, what you guys doing? He's like, hey, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Forest Films, thanks for calling in, man. Accent's fucking awesome, bro. Totally fucking cool. You could, dude, Forest Films, you could legit like be one of those book readers, like those ASMR book readers, dude, and you could just like read books and shit and like sell your voice. You have a good night, man. Be good. Tomorrow night, Vanessa, we're gonna do an hour podcast together, and we're gonna talk. She's gonna kind of give her analysis on the stream tomorrow. Okay, so I think we're scheduled for, and that's only gonna be 1 hour. Okay, so we're only gonna do 1 hour tomorrow. But yeah, it's Vanessa. Asked her if she'd be down to do a podcast. She said, yeah. Yeah, let's see what time we decided on here. It's like, I think we really decided on a time. It's funny, like, hey, let's do a podcast. And like, yeah, but we didn't really decide on a time. I'll post it. It's gonna be like after she said. Okay, let me go back up. No, we did. Okay, never mind. We did talk about it. I just didn't see. Let's see here. Friday night, anything after 6. Okay, so it'll be 5 Central, 6 Eastern. Okay. So 5 Central, 6 Eastern. We'll just do podcasts like we did earlier, and we'll just talk. Vanessa's kind of give her expert analysis on this, and because she's got some legal advice. So yeah. So we'll have she's gonna come on and talk with us for an hour, which is really nice of her to take her time out and do that for us. So because I sent her over the document, she's like, this is pretty crazy. She's like, he's self-admitting to all of this, and this is just insane. So